All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I honestly believe I have found the SPLC's playbook on manufacturing racism for profit. Now, I know that's going to sound crazy. I know it does, but all I want you to do, guys, is just watch the entire video before you make a judgment. By the end of the video, if you're like, oh, he's full of BS, that's fine. But at least watch it and see what I have uncovered. This is insane. Let's start right here, guys. The SPLC wants to fight racism. But step 1, fund more racism. Step 2, raise money off of the racism you yourself spurred on. Step 3, SPLC gets kudos for fighting battle against racism. Lather, rinse, and repeat. I believe this is probably the most important post we have seen in a very long time. Now, what I want to do, guys, I'm going to show you step by step, and all I ask is just watch the entire thing, and then you let me know in the comments what you think, okay? So, if you hadn't heard, there's this gentleman named Leo Sullivan, and I'm going to tell you right up front, this story is absolutely fake. This was manufactured. So let's watch the video, right? So Leo Sullivan, he's staying in his Airbnb, and he has an issue with some of the employees, and so he records it. So let's watch the video, listen to exactly what he says, how he acts.
Okay, so I'm gonna record this. So I'm sitting out here with the pool with my children. I'm the only black man out here. So the nice white people come out here and tell me if I don't show them my ID, I have to leave. But no one else has to show their ID. So now she's finna call the police on me. And the police are gonna come in front of my children. And they smiling. Look at her smiling. They're smiling. She's smiling. But I have residents here. You being recorded. I'll be here. When the police come, I'll be here. So now they're calling the police on me. Karen and her friend, she's smiling because they're going to call the police on me because I don't have an ID on me. Who takes an ID to the swimming pool? And not just that, nobody else has been asked to show their identification. All right, let's see how this works out. This is crazy. Now my children are here. This is in front of my children. Welcome to Chicago. Look at the white man, he's swimming. The guy, does the kid over there, does he need his ID? They are calling the police on me. This is crazy. This is so crazy. Where you going, Al? What? I'm not getting my ID. I don't have to show them no ID to be at the pool. Karen up and the other lady just smiling. This is crazy. I don't want y'all to be traumatized by this though. No, don't cry. You don't have to cry. So have a seat, Kingston. They're not gonna put me in jail. No, we can just because we're black, we can sit it just like everybody else. Wow, welcome to Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, so Leo, he records this video, and just remember, this is the most important part. This is fake. This has been manufactured to create a viral moment. Watch. So after the video, he then goes and he makes a video on the patio of the place that he rented, this Airbnb. And what I want you to see is look at his eyes. He is actually reading off a teleprompter.
Hey, peace and blessings. This is your boy Leo Sullivan. This is our last day of Chicago. Yesterday there was an incident. I think we handled it very well. Karen made us leave, tried to make us leave, call the police on us. We ended up having a fabulous time in Chicago. Unfortunately, when she called the police twice, because when I went to go ask her name and information, she said I was weird, and she wouldn't give me her information, her name, but she called the police on us and called us weird. Still, it was a learning experience. Got back to my room. The police came and knocked on the door for the second time. She reported I had harassed her, which was interesting. Fortunately, my kids were there, but it was a learning experience. Al, what would you say you learned from this entire experience?
I would say that I learned it shouldn't matter what color you are, but it definitely does. And my dad's taught me to never judge someone off of the color of their skin, but their character on the inside. So yeah.
Okay, that's a good lesson, valuable lesson, huh?
Very.
Kingston, what did you learn?
Just because a person's an idiot doesn't mean you have to be
An idiot. She was an idiot. Well, anyway, we're going to say a prayer for us. God is good. I want to say a shout out to my best friend since I've known since I was a teenager, a little teenager. Michael Hallman, I love you, man. We had a great time. Love you and the family. Y'all treat us so well, man. And we can't let one bad experience dictate, what is best for humanity and what's best for our children. We learned a lot from this. Take us out, y'all.
All right. We the Sullivans.
We the Sullivans.
All right, guys. So now we had the moment at the pool, right? That was the start of it. Then he goes and he makes this video. Remember, this is all made up. This is being manufactured. This is the most crazy part, guys. So then he goes and he makes one more video. This one's only 59 seconds. I'm not going to talk through the videos. I just think it's important that you watch exactly the words that he's using, right? How he's acting, what he's saying. All of the same talking points that we hear all the time, even through the mainstream media, right? And so here's this one.
Okay, we're finally on the road, headed back to Chicago. More to the story is you can't let people influence your environment. Let idiots be idiots. I just want to have a great time with my children. We did that. Ain't that right? Mm-hmm. We had a great time. Looking forward to coming back to Chicago and other places. Where would y'all like to vacation at next?
What's the thing called?
I don't know.
Mexico?
Yes.
Where you want to go? Okay, Al.
I think the same. Yeah, for sure. Mexico.
Okay,
Boston.
They want Boston. Oh Lord, you think you had trouble with Boston? They don't hardly have that many black people in Boston, Kingston. Boston. With that being said, man, happy Tuesday. Have a great day, man. God is good all the time, man. Stay focused, stay prayed up, man. Have confidence in yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Let me pause right there. So there's another video. Again, I just want you to remember, guys, this is all fake. This is not real. All right. So here's the messages between the owner and Leo Sullivan. So the person who owns the Airbnb and Leo Sullivan talking about the rules of the pool. If you're planning to use the pool during your stay, could you please send us the first and last of all adults and guests, up to 4. And then we'll sit right here. Each adult will just need to stop by the front desk with a valid ID to receive access. Children do not need to be registered. Leo Sullivan. Thank you. The only other adult would be my 15-year-old son. His name is, my other son is 9 years old. Okay? So we just watched a manufactured racism because we now know that Leo knew the rules. And so why would this become manufactured? That's the question, right? And I think you're going to see at the very end of this video why I believe this happened. Okay, so here is the messages between the owner of the Airbnb and Leo Sullivan. And here's what the owner says. If you're planning to use the pool during your stay, could you please send us the first and last names of all adults and guests? Each adult will just need to stop by the front desk with a valid ID to receive access. Children do not need to be registered. Leo, thank you. The only other adult would be my 15-year-old son. His name is, and my other son's name is, 9 years old. If we scroll down, we're going to see that Leo then says, yes, I have reviewed the rules and listed and I agree to them. As I stated in initial booking, we are coming to town for a family event. Okay? So we now know that Leo Sullivan knew the rules. He knew what was expected of him. And before the company could respond. This has already taken off and exploded online. This is a viral moment now that was manufactured. That's the part I want you guys to understand. So now here's Arden. This is the management company of those buildings, right? So he says, they say, we are deeply upset about the extensive misinformation being shared on social media about our company and the doxing of our innocent employees. Our company has a long history of serving diverse communities, and we are proudly employ individuals of many racial and ethnic backgrounds. We do not condone or tolerate discrimination of any kind, and to falsely portray this incident as discrimination is reckless and harmful to our tenants and our community. Prior to Mr. Leo Sullivan's stay, he acknowledged the requirements to obtain pool pass at the front desk before entering the pool. See slides. The CCTV footage shows that he and 4 other unrelated individuals at the pool were all asked to show an ID or their pool pass as required to ensure security for attendants and guests. Our employees simply follow established property policies that are applied equally to all residents and guests. Since Mr. Sullivan never checked in with the front desk upon his arrival, as he agreed to do, never obtained a pool pass, falsely identified himself as a tenant, and never provided ID when politely asked, staff had no way to identify him as a guest, so authorities were called to help resolve the situation. Unfortunately, instead of easily resolving the matter, Mr. Sullivan chose to escalate the situation, falsely portraying the incident on social media, characterizing our staff, and now has put lives in danger. We treated Mr. Sullivan with respect, professionalism, and we do with all the attendants and guests, and will always maintain a welcome and safe environment. So, up to now, what have we learned? Mr. Sullivan, he knew and he agreed to bring an ID to verify who he was. Then he shows up to the pool, he takes out his camera, and it turns it into manufactured racism. I hope you guys are starting to see, right? This was manufactured for a reason. I know this sounds absolutely crazy, but he knew what he was doing. If we go over, right, this incident was fake, but if we go over to X and we go to some of the videos here, right? Look at here. Right off the bat, there is a commercial video made of the situation that we know is fake.
After calling the police to arrest a black father and child swimming pool. The incident, which recently went viral, involved Leo Sullivan, a black father, and his child being asked to show identification in the pool area. Police were subsequently called twice. Upon arrival, police determined that no identification was required from the individuals involved. Video footage showing the child crying out of fear that his father would be taken away sparked widespread attention. The woman was later identified as Cheryl Black, the manager of the Arden of Warrenville condominium. Although she promptly disabled her social media accounts, the condominium received numerous plaints. Facing public pressure, apartment management company issued a statement saying they had investigated the incident and decided to terminate Cheryl Black's employment. Some believe maintaining community safety is important. Others question why only the father and son were asked to prove their identities without clear evidence. What do you think? If you were the father, would you cooperate by showing your ID or insist on asking for a reason? Leave your comments below.
They're not gonna put me in.
All right, guys. So right there, this is the machine at work. Look what you just watched. This was not a real news network. This was pieced together. It was like Leo had to make sure that he had all the pieces to make sure he could make this video. Why did he do it? Because there's a lot of money to be made manufacturing racism. Think about it, guys. Look at right here. We go down. This video, 240,000 views. Right? Now look at this, guys. This is Ben Crump, an attorney. This is ridiculous. A father says he and his children were questioned and had the police called on them at a pool despite showing proof that they belonged there. No family should have to endure humiliation or fear while simply enjoying time together. Children should be making memories at the pool. Instead, this young boy is in tears, watching his parents explain why they belong there. Guys, that's an attorney saying this. This was manufactured. This was not real. But yet he's going along with it. So now this is spreading online, right? Attorney Burn Cup, 147,000 views. Right? Then we go on down. Here's Exposed Racists and Pedos. Leo Sullivan, 62,000 views. Guys, this is the machine at work. They manufactured, I'm sorry I keep telling you guys this, but they manufactured racism to profit off. Leo knows that this wasn't real, and yet everybody is pushing this. It is being spread like wildfire. Of course, the statement put out by the company, 60 hearts. Nobody saw this, but everybody is seeing this. This is being spread throughout the internet, right? And then if we keep on going down, what I wanted to show you is right here. So this person writes, more info, attorney Crump, right? So he's attaching the attorney to this post where it says, more details have emerged about the incident from the viral video shared by Ben Crump. The man in the video is Leo Sullivan, right? The man in the video is Leo Sullivan, a national best-selling urban fiction author and independent filmmaker. He has written over 100 books, including the street classic Life Without Hope, Run Sullivan Productions, a major urban publishing house. Right? I'm not going to go all the way down here, but I think you guys get the point, right? You guys understand this. Leo Sullivan manufactured racism to then grow his audience, sell his books, and make a lot of money. Right? Tell me if I'm wrong. If you believe that I am wrong, put it down in the comments. Just, you can see it live. You can see what they're doing. Right? Look at this. Here's Bored Panda, another Leo, film producer and author Leo Sullivan. Right? All of a sudden we're talking film producer and author, 1.8 thousand views. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Right? And then here's this is an exclusive. Now this is an exclusive. This has 7,571 views. We click on it and it takes us to,
today we tell you about a black family.
Whoever this Ronald Martin Unfiltered is. And look at the title. Swimming while black dad speaks. White woman called police on him twice. Laughed as his son cried. 33,000 views. Ronald Else Martin has 1.95 million subscribers. This is it, guys. This is the machine at work. Everybody is getting money. Everybody is getting paid by manufacturing racism. The SPLC, a nonprofit, they're pushing, right? They're going to push this stuff. These people are pushing this stuff. So what's that going to do? They created this idea of compassion, right? Oh, just everything's compassionate now. So now all of a sudden, more and more money are being donated to the SPLC because they're fighting what they're creating. This is insane. I hope the FBI is able to figure this out as far as who is involved, who is doing what, who is running what. You know what I'm saying? Can you believe it that we have been getting tricked into thinking that racism is a problem and is increasing, when the fact is that's not at all the case? This now makes sense on why there's such a division and why one side really believes that racism is at an all-time high. This stuff is getting pushed. We don't know what's real and what's manufactured. Right? Sometimes a real incident pops up, but I guarantee you, if they start looking into this, they're going to see that there are a lot of these incidents that can be proven to be manufactured. So to me, in my opinion, that is the SLP's playbook. And just to prove my point, guys, let's just go over and see exactly the net worth of the Southern Poverty Law Center. They are a nonprofit with assets of $922 million as of 2025. They have been manufacturing racism for profit. And if you don't believe me, here you go. Breaking. Acting Attorney General Blanche and FBI Director Patel announces a grand jury has indicted leftist NGO Southern Poverty Law Center on 11 counts. SPLC said they were fighting white supremacy, but they were manufacturing the extremism it purports to expose by paying sources to stoke racial hatred, per Acting Attorney General Blanche. Guys, the Southern Poverty Law Center has been profiting off manufacturing hate. Now, I don't blame any of the the commentators who push this stuff out. They don't know any better. They see a story, they believe it's true, and then they spread it out. Right? As soon as this happens, the Southern Poverty Law Center, a nonprofit, they're making so much money through donations because people believe that they are fighting this cause when actually they are manufacturing the extremism. This is absolutely insane. And through this whole story, who I feel extremely terrible for are the employees at that place. They got doxxed. They were told it was spread online that they got fired, which was not true. None of it's true. But yet, their life was ruined for that moment based on something that was manufactured. Now, if Kash Patel, if you are seeing this video, I'm telling you right now, you need to look into exactly how Leo Sullivan played the role in this manufactured racism. To me, this is a network that has created hatred, which brings divide into our country. We are told racism is bigger than ever before. Not true. Manufactured, guys. We don't hate each other as much as we are told, but it's manufactured. Oh man, I just wish people wake up and see this for what it is. I don't know. But if you made it to the end of the video, you watched the whole thing, and now I want to know how you think and feel about the situation. Do you see what I saw? Right? Do you see how this racism was manufactured for profit? Right? The Southern Poverty Law Center pushes this out, and in return, they feed on people's emotions, which then makes them donate to the company that is actually producing the hatred, racism. And I'm sure there is way more to this story than we even know. This is only the beginning. But I just couldn't believe what I saw. So put it down in the comments, guys. Let me know. Let me know if you agree, disagree. If you saw something different, let me know that too. And if you're still here, I always forget to say this, but go ahead, please like the video. subscribe if you would like, and leave a comment. When you do those 3 things, it helps the video be pushed out through the algorithm. That's the way YouTube works, and so that's why I appreciate every time I get a like on a video and a comment. And you know, like I always say, America, we are the greatest country. We are the greatest society to ever exist. Yes, we have our issues, but now it looks like some of our issues is being manufactured for profit. That is absolutely insane. And as always, guys, we will get through this. That's what we always have done, and that's what we will continue to do. So that's the end. You have a great night, and I will see you on the next video. You take care.